Excuse me. Maybe. Could be live. Hello. It's been a couple days. Give me 1 second here. Hey, what's up, my guy? Pretty good. Can't complain. Did a lot of play testing over the weekend. A lot of bug fixing. Doing pretty well. Added a bunch of stuff to the game. Also found some hilarious bugs that need to get fixed today. So I added in rolling to the game now, and it's directional based. So like wherever your character's moving is where they're gonna roll, whether it be like forward, backwards, left, right. What do you think about my entrance? The shoes entrance? 8 out of 10, I guess. Yeah, so I've been testing out rolling. Now, this is one of the fun things about rolling, is the fact that you could fly. And it did not take long for this to get thoroughly abused in testing. Just to sum it up, one of my buddies that I was doing testing with, he here, let me load up the map. It'd be way easier to show it. One of the things that happened is we start into the game, right? This is the arena map. As soon as these gates open, you know, like everyone like jumps down, whatever. I see this guy immediately just start doing this. He just starts flying across the map into the other player's spawn. Holy shit. I haven't laughed that hard in so long. Like, that's such a ridiculous bug. That, and then another one was infinitely, well, not infinitely, a permanent stacking movement speed buff. And you can see here that like I'm starting to ramp up speed, and this thing goes up to like the hard cap of like movement speed in the game. So we got some stuff to fix today. But this is why testing is so important. I have 9 people in my crew. I gained 1 today. I don't know what that means. No fall damage. Yeah, so we were just flying around. Attacking each other and everything. I actually don't know. I can't remember the last thing I did on stream versus like what I've done since then, because I've added and changed like a bunch of different things. roll of flying, yeah. The roll flying. Crew equals people who help with terraforming. Oh, the terraforming project. All in all, with a bunch of people on, like, the game ran pretty well. No hiccups or anything. That's the rolling, but we're gonna fix that. Made a Reddit for it. Send it over. Take a look at it. One of the things I wanted to make was health bars. And I don't know if they're going to be health bars that hover over players, but at the very least I want health bars that are like on the, you know, top right, top left side to show like your current team's health versus like the enemy team's. I think that would be the bare minimum that I would have. I just need something to determine, or some other like visual to help with damage. Yeah, if you send the Reddit over, I'll check it out. Let's see here. That's all. Text. I want this as a probably send this over as like an integer, and then we just turn it into the amount. That'll be a float. Yeah, the normal streaming regimen I had kind of got thrown through a loop this past week, but pretty much going to be on schedule this week. I don't see anything really stopping us. I had family come down, so I'll spend the time with them. I'll still doing work behind the scenes, but with like how like schedule was like fluctuating, it was like really hard to find like a set amount of hours to stream. Actually planning on doing something Friday, but got cut short. Okay, so The anthem. Yeah, I guess so. What do you got? Just need to do our includes here. We'll go away. Oh, we also need one for the progress bar. And the recompile. We evolve faster than a bird. An interesting way to put that. Is that going to be the national anthem? Okay. Johnny D streams. Probably just want to use like a scale and size box here. With an overlay. I don't think we need a canvas panel. Go Phillies, best record in baseball. So far, yeah. Progress bar. Then we need rich text blocks. One for X. The other for just health. Oh, it's a mount. Max health. I think this really needs a variable name. Do you like my state anthem? I thought it was a country. We also need probably a background here as well. How do I want to do this? We also want player name. I just thought about that. So we have to add that in too. Yeah, might as well do that now. Man, you are so violent. You're so violent for no reason. It's definitely an anthem. I like it. When you say we are the future, though, it reminds me of Skynet. Not gonna lie. That is one great emote. Wait, Johnny, did you just get that emote in? I don't know why. It looks so dumb. But I love it. That's how I imagine you laugh in real life. I saw that message. You weren't fast enough with the retract. There's a couple different ways to actually lay this out that I was planning on doing. We could just do a bar, or I could make this something that's more double layered. So if I bump this up to like 80, move this down, possibly use another overlay. Hmm. Trying to determine if it's better to put this on the side or in the middle. Probably on the side. We need to wrap this in an overlay and then have kind of like layers to this actually. What are you even saying, my guy? There we go. You need to add padding to the could make a custom health bar for this as well. To do that though. I think for testing we won't go too crazy with it, but eventually we will. Let me see if that's background image on. Let's go fill image. Definitely don't want it that big. It's a bit much. Probably add padding all around. Really don't know if I like that. I'm going to soon master the entire process of pottery on the wheel. Someday I will make a beautiful mug and ship it to you so you can drink some water out of it. Oh, that's nice. You. See, now that was a nice thing to say. Probably add these 3 pieces of text to their own like size block. An overlay as well. Right now I can probably just manually punch in some padding. Yeah, this is not the best, but changing up later. Want to get something made. Now we got to set up the actual communication for this, which is going to be a little bit weird because I'm going to be trying a different way. Make this happen. So we have something here where we're actually like replicating all these values to pretty much everybody, right? So we might be able to do something where we can match like a player state's unique ID to their current like health, and use that ID to match it to the widget that we want to update. So I can see how we can actually do that. Now the question is, do I want to do that in post gameplay effects? Or do I just do it inside the onRep functions? Probably here. Up. You unlock the wholesome message. They appear once every 100 streams. Enjoy them while they last. I do. Only people could be nicer to each other. I actually want to check one thing here. I want to see how frequent this ticks, and I want to see what data being received from this. Alright. we're going to see where this data is coming from. Man, I am so fucking tired for some reason. It's actually really annoying. Why? It's like you're playing a game with like 300 ping, what it feels like right now. Because my brain just has like a I just feel delayed in like all my thoughts. That makes sense. It's just really frustrating having this type of like handicap when you're trying to focus. Like, I wrote target actor getting that move, but I didn't even write the fucking comparison for it. Jesus. Annoying. Yeah, so the whole point of doing this part here is to actually see how often this ticks. I haven't really like dug too deep into how post gameplay effect executes actually work. All I know is that we're replicating our health and our max health to all the clients in the game, from what I'm seeing here. But with that being said, we're passing around a lot of data that can be used by all the clients to update these health bars. So I'm just looking for access points pretty much to data that we're already sharing. Kind of like how I did with the gameplay cues, where I was modifying the raw magnitude of the gameplay cues to transfer over stack counts on gameplay effects. So we were saving a lot of bandwidth on the network by doing it that way. Doing the same thing here, just kind of using what we have and not trying to add on more traffic to the highway, so to speak. Because bandwidth is pretty important to not have congestion. Okay, I'm just thinking, like, clock this down to 2. Oh, also, my game's on Steam. I got a an app ID and everything, so I've been testing basically everything with that. Old man, yeah. Actually got to remove some of these gameplay cue debugs off. I really only want to know if there's a problem. So this is the thing here, right? Jesus. Yeah, rolling is right click right now, but that's going to get changed to shift at some point. So it looks like post gameplay effects is only updated by the listen server. From what I'm seeing here. Now the way we can verify this we'll see how often this actually takes here. These are like really abstract things that I'm trying to kind of like peel away so I can know for a fact what is what's being processed by what. Oh, is it? You might be entirely you might be entirely right. I can lower it down a couple decibels there. Oh. My microphone was also down like a click too. Thank you for pointing that out though. My brain may be slacking today, but thank God I have people like you to actually help me out. Yeah, I'm just trying to make a better experience for anybody. Yep. Only the listen server. Okay. So we can't do this route, but we can actually look and see if there are other avenues that we can actually get this data. So for instance, like health and max health here. Like these should be updated. These guys actually should be updated on everybody's machine, I would imagine. And I think these actually get tied into the on-rep functions within our player state actually. I'm being ignored. I don't have like any of your messages coming through if you're actually typing. I saw you post like a couple onions, but that was it. Unless you were calling me an onion. I didn't really see too much. Player state. Here we go. We're just looking to get data. So this right here is a delegate that gets called. I want to see if this gets called on the listen server and the owning client, or it gets called on all clients. Because if it gets called on all machines, then this would be perfect to use. Doesn't say specifically in comments, but that's fine. We're gonna go in here and see where it's getting called. I'm actually gonna leave this as U attribute set, just so I can search for or filter by this for right now. We're going to do getNet mode. And if it's equal to our listen server, we will print out listen server. But if it's not, we'll print out client. like that. Was calling me a burnt onion. How do you figure? Clear this. So, I mean, this is getting called on client and listen server. So we may have found a way in. I use Unreal Engine 5 a lot, but I never got in C++. I only use blueprints. Someone said that they are slower, but when you package this game, it's converted into C++. The final speed is the same if you optimize. But when going into multiplayer, networking, so on, I think I'll have to learn something, which is scary. Yeah. Yeah, so like there's people like to debate about like blueprints are just like bad for the devil, but like I turn all of my C++ code into blueprints so I can modify variables on the fly. So I mean, like at the end of the day, it's kind of a full circle thing. Yeah, C++ isn't too bad. I mean, if you know how to write blueprints and you understand like the order of like operations behind them, then actually creating the code that matches the blueprints is not too bad. The main thing that I will say is there's a library called the Gameplay Statics library, which has all the nodes that you use in blueprints, pretty much, available for you to use in C++ as well. Which is why these are all marked as blueprint callable. So you guys have access to this right off the rip. We just have to do like an include and then we can use any of them. But yeah, with the health changed, it looks like this would be the way to go. Let's see what the variable is that it's actually receiving on the client as well. I'm just gonna print out this stuff. Yeah, I did hear that C++ does everything that blueprints do, except they do a hell of a lot more as well. Yeah, true. But when I, for example, searched for some tutorials, the ones for C++, for like making players walk or whatever, were hours long. Blueprints were a few minutes. That's why it kind of scares me. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can just use like the template games to like start your stuff off. Like, I think this project was made with the first person like template, because the, you know, moving, looking, like all that like fundamental stuff I've done like so many times, so you can usually skip through that whole process when you're first starting out by just using a template and then just deleting the stuff you don't need. It significantly speeds up the amount of or it significantly speeds up your workflow, and you're able to actually work on the features you want to a lot faster. Sorry, brain lag today is pretty bad. I did live code, yes. Yeah, I think we have our way in. But this is like something where we may have to make like an interface to do the updating. Good point. I use the template stuff too. Only feel more comfortable when stuff's my code, as I can always customize it however I want. Not having to really look for anything. Yeah. Oh, and bro, the game looks cool already. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. A lot of work went into it. There was actually something funny that I did in the beginning of this project. Was the way that they had the character, or like the hierarchy of the components like attaching to one another, I didn't like. So I went in and I overruled their default object creation of the character mesh, so I could actually like lay it out myself. So I basically went in and just removed the default character mesh that they put into the game, so I could change it up, which is why I have this here. It looks counterintuitive, but the way I have it now works a lot better for my game, since I'm using true first person. Very understandable. Yeah. Cool thing about coding is you can make whatever you want, and you can make it however you want to. Now, the fun part is going to be, how do I get this data that's being replicated? How do I translate it to the health bar of the associated widget? There's a couple ways to do it. None of them is super quick and easy, unfortunately. The good news is we do have replication on our side. I mean, we could use like a unique ID for this. I believe this is the version of the function that lives on the player state. Just for UObject base. What is it called? Not network ID. Damn. There's one specifically for the player state, and it's like a unique identifier. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. The ID is used by the network to uniquely identify a player. So we could associate the unique ID. We could have this be associated to a player. Wait, hold on. Deprecated. Made private. Oh, that's fine. We're going to be using this anyways. Yeah, so I mean, we can use this to identify what character we're going to be updating the health on. We also have to create the health bars as well. So in the initial part of creating it, we'll probably use this as well. We would just have to get up, or we'd have to grab all the players and grab these IDs from them, which I should have access to in the game state, I believe. Yes, we have this team selection data list that we made, which is a custom struct that holds the player state and player controller. And it associates... oh my gosh, I can't speak today. This basically, like, tags them to a team. So we're able to read, okay, this many players are left on team 1, this many players are left on team 2. If all players are wiped out from one team, this team gets a point, etc. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. Best of luck to you too, friend. And this health bar system might be something that I have to look into a bit later. And I might do other things on stream for today. Just because I'm not 100% certain that this is the avenue that I want to take with this. And I'd rather be more productive on stream and do research off stream. I can actually like show and teach rather than you know, mess around with some stuff like this and not get anywhere for a couple of hours, which is not fun. There is one bug that we definitely have to fix though, and that's that like unlimited movement speed buff. That shit was crazy. Along with the other thing of being able to roll continuously forever. I actually don't know why that is happening, but we're gonna figure it out. God damn it. This is why it's a bug. I had it set as an instant, so it was just permanent, not a duration. Now the rolling thing is a little bit different. This is a cooldown, which these should just work regardless, and they should just stop the player from doing anything until this is removed off of the player. So what that's telling me is that it's not actually succeeding with the cast, it's actually failing, but it's still going through somehow, which is pretty annoying. So let's see if this is actually failing. As funny as the bug is, for just having the like continuous rolling effect, it's definitely got to get stopped. I actually wish I recorded the gameplay that we had from the playtest this past weekend. I basically tell my friends just to break the game, so they'll come up with interesting ways, to say the least, to break it. Okay, so it's saying that the cast actually was successful. Are we actually having the cooldown tag? We're not. So the cooldown is actually not being applied, meaning that somewhere in our gameplay ability, we're not checking to see if we're allowed to do this or not. I know for a fact there's somewhere that we're checking for cooldown. Can't remember exactly where it is located though, but it's been so long. Here it is. This commit ability right here actually is what's checking to see if we're even able to do this or not. This is what we're missing, I believe. Okay, I was about to say, it's definitely right. Yeah, it should be it. All right. Going to recompile here. And this should actually fix it. Alright, let's see if that goddamn roll is still plaguing us. There we go. Thank God. 6-second cooldown. Yeah. Last night when I was like thinking about like what the problem could be, I was like, oh shit. I made a child version of the class. I don't think I actually moved some of the functionality over for checking to see if this ability can actually go through or not. And lo and behold, I didn't. But we're good now. Let's just make sure that the clients are not able to just get past that. Okay. Making sure that they can't do like a predicted roll or something. Nice. Pull up the sheet here and see what bugs we have to get rid of. We fixed the endless stacking movement speed bug. Oh. This is another thing we found. And I wonder if I can recreate it. It stems from selecting. Or like double selecting an ability. I can't seem to actually recreate it here. What was happening was, if you selected the same ability twice, it would actually just freeze the wheel here. Yeah. Why is this happening? You know what I think it is? I think the hit markers are probably hit testable. Because I think that was actually causing it right there. Where the hell's my overlay? Yeah, they are. Okay. Do we want any of this to actually be hit testable? I don't think we do. Now when this pops up, is it setting it to not hit testables, or is it setting it to visible? There are things that we need to know. This would be inside of our ability widget. Okay. Inside of the animation, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like these are not hit testable. See if I can make that happen again. It's almost like it's not registering the close effect. Like when I do this. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Possible I fixed it. That's the only thing that I can really think of that would be like interfering with it like that. I think it only happens when you click and you try to select the ability again. I'm gonna have to do more testing and see if we can recreate it again. Let's say 4 kills. I don't think I killed him 4 times. Oh no, it does say 4 rounds won. Yeah, I literally think it was just because that thing was hit testable that we got that problem. Because even like overloading it with like all those all that spawn or that floating damage text still wasn't causing the problem. Okay, we'll mark that one down as a 90% fixed. We got to do a lot of testing to see if we can have that happen again, but I do have a lot of logs built for it, so if it does happen, we'll see pretty much everything that's going on with it. I want to dig deep into Lyra's health bar system, but that's going to be probably off stream that I do that, because the way they do it is pretty good in terms of performance from what I've seen. And they technically don't use widget components, but they kind of do to determine like where it's going to be. I don't know, when I researched it before, it got like, they were using something called like modular gameplay, which is like a plugin that you have to like set up with like the root of your project. And I wasn't going to do all that. So, I looked into how to actually build it from scratch without actually trying to use that modular gameplay thing. And I think I wasted like 3 days jumping into that. But I kind of want to do it again, and this time not really waste too much time, but more so like learn. We created that. I also looked into making like options and everything too, but that's not really high on the priority. We fixed repeating overlap events. Fixed floating damage text. Not properly registering kill shots. Oh, this is actually something that happens soon. I was thinking of adding like unique sound effects for excuse me, for like overlap events. I don't know if you guys actually saw this part. Hold on, let me launch up the game again. I don't know if I did this on stream or not, but I actually added in healing to the game. And I added like a unique hit marker and everything for it too, where it turns like green instead of red. And it spawns floating damage, or floating healing text in this case, when you're actually healing them. But if they're already at full health, it won't spawn anything. But it will still give an indicator that you hit an ally. What else is there to do today besides that health bar thing? We fixed that. I'm just looking through like a giant list of priorities that we have. Honestly, the next phase of the game is all about improving the user interface for combat. When I say that, I mean like specifically like having health bar representation, and then also having like status effect representation. I think that would be huge. Because right now you're kind of going off of like, okay, I hit this guy like 4 times with this ability, so he should have 4 stacks of this on him. But we need some type of like confirmation. So having health bars will allow us to display status effects along with their current HP. So honestly, might end the stream early today so I can jump into that and do a bit of research. What I want to have happen is I want to do a stream, hopefully tomorrow, where I go over how to create the health bars and like what system I used in order to get it working. So you guys would be able to recreate it yourselves for your game. I have a couple ideas on how to do it, but they're ideas, they're not guarantees. I haven't actually made a health bar system with gas before. So I've found a couple different ways to get the data I need, but now I just need to actually have it work the way I want it to, without having to use like extra RPCs or anything. Yeah, so with that, I'm probably going to call it for now, but I'll be back tomorrow around 11:30 as per usual. We'll get back to the normal schedule here, and hopefully tomorrow I have the health bar system pretty much done, so I can show you guys how I did it. But yeah, that being said, I will call it for now. Wherever you are, I hope you have a great morning, evening, afternoon, or night, and till tomorrow. Peace.